Everyone is buzzing about the Bank of England base rate cut that's happened today by 0.25%. However, before you set up your next property deal, before you gear up, let me share with you the risks that many property investors are ignoring right now in 2025. Hi, it's Cam Dwivedi from Premier Property, an investor developer over the last 35 years and active right now in the market. And today we're discussing the downside of these interest rates that have actually gone down. Now that might sound odd, right? Let me explain. Because in many areas what you're finding is the price is actually going up. So you're going to find that there's going to be more competition in these specific areas, what we call at Premier Property gold mine areas. Now what do? Well, it's really important that you don't do the average thing that many people are doing out there. It's really important that you understand the estate agency system and the framework within that estate agency system so that you can get discounted bottom drawer deals, which means you can build in these discounts so you can add value and you can increase your profit margins. Now, how do you do this? Well, in terms of the framework of the estate agencies, you will find that there are 5 different types of estate agencies. In 3 of those estate agencies, you are going to get really good deals. In the other 2, you're not going to get good deals. So it's really important that you understand these 5. Secondly, within each estate agency, there are 7 key character profiles of estate agents. It is so important that you know who you're going to go and shake hands with on your first meeting. Then on top of this, in the framework, you will find that there are things that you say to an estate agent and there are things that you don't say to the estate agent. And many people make these really, fickle mistakes without even realizing that they're doing this wrong. Really important that you have the right terminology. And also, it's about creating rapport with the estate agents. The agents are always working for the seller. It's important that you are aware of how to work with the estate agent to build that rapport, to make sure that sale happens and you are the person that they sell it to. Now, by understanding this framework, these lower interest rates in competitive areas means that they become more beneficial to you. Now, today we're discussing one key impact, and that's interest rates. However, in 2025, there are 10 key impacts for you as a property investor that are impacting you. Some of them negatively and some of them positively. So what I've done, as you're part of our community, is I've actually created a report which you can download for free right now. It's here. So you can do this and really learn from it and use it to your advantage to make 2025 your best year yet. Right now, the interest rates are low. And as you can see, the Bank of England base rate has dropped even further. We're at 4.25%. But the thing is, there's a short window of opportunity. This is not going to last forever. This is a short-term fix. Think about what's happening in the global economy. Right, look at what's happening in America. Of course, we all know about Trump's tariffs, and that's impacting globally just about everywhere, isn't it? And definitely in the UK as well. It's really important when you're borrowing money that you make sure that you loan according to the value of the property is minimized and you're active at the same time. Now, what does this mean specifically? What that means is large cities, we only really look at loans against the value of the property up to 65%. And if you're in smaller towns, you can go all the way up to 75%. Even when borrowing money is cheaper, that's a false economy. Make sure that you keep your loans to these figures to make sure that you're de-risking and you're being active at the same time. So important. If you're cash rich right now and you've got money sitting in the bank, or you know people that have money sitting in the bank, right now they're finding that the interest rates, because they're lower, their income is actually being eroded. Now, I'm not saying, don't have your ISA and, various savings accounts. That's all fine. We're discussing the bulk of your money. What I've realized is investing money in the right type of assets, and here we're discussing property assets in the UK, is where you become wealthy. So don't just park your money in a bank. What we do is we take that money and we invest it in UK property. And what you really look for is one key calculation, and that is the return on your capital employed. Not a loan, not other people's money, but your specific money that you've invested in that project. If you can take that money back out again, and using these low interest rate periods, many people are getting priced out of many really good deals because there is so much investor competition. So how do you create competitive advantage? Well, one of the things is to be making sure that you're always looking for ways of adding value. And the average does not work. So when you're looking at stock, one of the things that you can do is look for ways of actually finding extra bedrooms within the curtilage of the property. Yes, that's right. Finding extra bedrooms that you can create within the curtilage of the property. So no wraparound extension, no going to the loft, actually looking at the curtilage, seeing what can be moved around, what you can actually do with the floor plan, the footprint of that property, and seeing what you can achieve. Because in our country, bedrooms means adding value. So one that you can work on right now, and of course the interest rates that are low right now is such a lucrative environment to do this now. What we've got to remember is right now the Bank of England for a short term are reducing the interest rates. And to be fair, my view is there's more interest rate cuts to come, but we can discuss that on another video. Just keep tuned. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, right now is the time to subscribe. We have a lovely community, you're part of the community, and in fact there's tens of thousands of people watching these videos, so you can do this right now. Now, when it comes to the longevity of your property investing, really important that you're aware of the types of lending that you're going to get and how long that lending is going to be. So are you on a variable rate right now? Why are you on a variable rate? Is it because you're going to sell the property and it's a short-term scenario? Are you on a fixed term rate? Is it a 2-year or a 5-year? We like 5-year rates personally, because over 5 years you have the longevity of understanding where you're going to be. And right now rates are very cost effective. So we look at fixed term rates over 5 years as an insurance policy. So you could get it wrong, but you could get it very much right. And look at where we are right now. If you look at the long-term average of interest rates across the UK over the last 100 years, you will find that they normalize around 4 to 6%. So the space that we're in right now over this next 12 months is fantastic. The key is to buy well. The key is to be able to add value, use the interest rates that are lower right now as an advantage, find the right product, speak to the correct mortgage brokers, make sure you assess whether it should be a fixed rate or 2-year or a 5-year, or should you be on a variable, or should it be a tracker mortgage. So all these different types of financial scenarios that you have, speak to a good mortgage broker to help you with that. Also think about your loan to values, think about how much you should borrow. Don't over borrow, just make sure that you're doing this correctly and you're being active at the same time, so you're not leaving a lot of money in that property. Use these low interest rates in this short-term period to jump in, gain competitive advantage and get results. I hope you find these insights useful, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, now's the time to subscribe. It also gives me motivation to do more quality videos, sharing with you information all around UK property on how this stuff really works. So do subscribe, and I'll do as many videos as I possibly can to share with you so you can move forward in 2025. It's Cam Dvaidi helping you take your property investing to the next level. I'll see you on the next video.